Can you stand?
Oh.
Snedden, we need a gurney.
What do we do with the cat?
Give him something to eat, something to drink, something to crap in, and lock him in this lifeboat. We don't need anything else getting loose.
Welcome to the bridge.
How's our visitor?
En route to medbay. She's awake but confused.
I'd be confused too after 30+ years in hypersleep.
She doesn't know that yet, Baxter.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
What were you dreaming about? You seemed agitated.
Another time. A different ship. Ooh,
Patient heartbeat elevated.
Easy does it.
everything aches.
Your lung capacity is reduced from spending so long in stasis, but that'll improve.
Take these. Sip of water. Can you remember your name?
Ellen. Ripley. I'm Ripley.
I'm Garcia, ship's medic. This is Dr. Kasinov.
Welcome aboard the Marion.
The Marion?
We're an orbital mining freighter.
We work for Kelland Mining Company. It's a Weyland-Yutani subsidiary.
Weyland-Yutani?
Mining, military, medical.
That med pod you're lying in is a better surgeon than I am.
Oh yeah?
Hold still. Sharp scratch.
Hey,
That's a nice healthy red.
so what does this ship haul?
Trimonite.
You got me.
It's 15 times harder than diamond, and rare.
Much good it's done us.
Oh yeah?
We have a couple of mechanical issues.
But you're heading home.
Home?
The solar system. Earth.
Drink this. You'll feel better.
I am hungry, not sick.
It's soup. No solids for now. Your stomach hasn't dealt with food for so long, it'll be sensitive.
Oh, I'm getting up.
Steady.
Patient condition alert.
You're still wired up.
Monitors detached.
Get me out of this thing.
Patient condition alert.
What else? Any meteors heading for us? Black holes opening up? Anything else to worry about?
Nope. Decks 5 and 6 have been repaired. Welford has cut free the last chunks of the Delilah from what's left of docking bays 1 and 2.
Oh, one thing. The biopod has been corrupted.
Oh, come on.
No more fresh food.
Dried rations then. Water storage?
No contamination.
That's a win.
Just as well, now we have an extra crew member.
But there is another problem.
Hit me.
The distress signal.
What about it?
Well, the computer's been saying the signal is transmitting, but I don't think it's getting far. Some of the wreckage must have hit the antenna array.
You only just found this out?
Oh, come on, Hoop. It's taken weeks just to secure life support.
Well, it seems to have gotten as far as that little shuttle that docked with us.
The Narcissus. So what's its condition?
Like its occupant, pretty good for its age.
Looks like a modified Star Cub shuttle.
Yeah, could come in useful if we last long enough. How's our orbit, LeChance?
Still decaying. We're no longer geostationary, but moving very slowly in comparison with the planet's surface. Maybe 10 clicks per hour. Not much we can do about it.
How long have we got before the Marion hits atmosphere?
15 days. Just ran the figures.
And our distress signal's going nowhere.
I doubt that anyone can pick us up beyond this system.
We're on our own.
Except for our visitor, and those things locked aboard the Samson.
Medbay to Hoop. She's awake.
On my way.
Welcome to the medical bay.
How are you feeling?
Tell me what's going on and I'll decide.
Kasinov?
She can take it.
Okay, here it is. You've hardly been rescued. We picked up your emergency transmission some weeks ago. Your shuttle changed course and headed for the Marion. Last night it latched on to our only remaining docking arm.
Narcissus would home in an auto dock if it's programmed to do so.
I thought you were asleep.
I didn't program it.
Okay, well that's academic, I guess. Our situation, and now yours, is pretty grim.
I'm listening.
We suffered a collision, lost a lot of our people. It's knocked us out of geostationary orbit, and we're now in a decaying pattern. We have less than 15 days before we start burning up in the atmosphere.
Atmosphere of what?
LV-178, just a rock.
The planet you're mining for trimonite?
That's supposed to be classified.
Sorry, Hoop.
It's okay, they didn't tell me anything else. Like anything important.
Yeah, well, I've just found our antenna array was damaged, so we can't send any long-distance signals. After the collision, I sent a call for help, hoping it would be picked up by someone within rescue distance. You didn't hear it?
Sorry, I was taking a nap.
Of course.
Welcome to the medical bay.
Oh, hi.
Who are you?
Baxter, communications officer and part-time bartender.
Good to have a backup job with the antenna busted.
True.
So, Ripley, what happened to you?
I was on a towing vessel, M-class star freighter. The crew died in an accident. The ship's core went into meltdown. I'm the only one who got away.
The Nostromo.
You know it?
We picked up your distress call. I looked up your ship. It was in the Lost Without Trace file.
I read about the Nostromo when I was a kid.
Wait a minute, hold on. How long was I out there?
37 years.
God damn it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, Amanda.
Amanda?
I told my daughter I'd be back in a year and a half.
You're alive.
Jesus. I'm how old now?
You've been in stasis. The body ages at 1/10 the rate.
It sucks. Sorry.
There is another problem.
What?
Have you been told about the Samson?
Who's Samson?
Okay. Computer patched this terminal into ship's records.
Patched in.
This is the Samson. It's our only remaining drop ship, and it's locked onto our other surviving docking arm. Been there for 77 days. It's sealed up.
Why would you do that?
Well, that's the other reason we're fucked.
Because these things are inside.
Oh, no. No. No, not here. No. No.
Whoa, easy now!
No!
That was a lot to take in, man. All those years gone by, her kid, it hardly needed a bunch of monsters for her to flip out.
She knew what they were.
You sure? Those last pictures from the Samson were pretty low res.
She knew, LeChance.
Maybe she'll know how to kill him.
Maybe. What's Bay 3 looking like now?
No movement outside the Samson, no signs of disturbance. Doors are locked and solid. Mics aren't picking up any noise.
And inside the dropship?
No visuals. Not since that thing burst out of Vic's chest and the others dragged his body away.
Can you boost the audio? Hear any movement?
I tried that. Nothing's moving.
Maybe they starved to death.
Maybe. Do we know how Powell and Welford are getting on?
Finishing up. All leaks on deck 5 are now plugged. We are airtight.
I'm going to talk to Snedden. Shout if there's any news from Medbay.
Who? Why did Ripley come here?
I don't think she knows.
Thank you for visiting the bridge.
Hoop's looking tired, man.
We're all tired.
We need to be off this ship when it hits atmosphere.
What, and you want to open up the Samson and deal with those critters?
No thanks.
Welcome to the Science Bay.
Hey, how's the endless wonderful playground?
Did I ever use those words to describe this job?
After one of Baxter's specials, yeah. All okay?
Despite the fact that we're slowly spiraling to our deaths on a lifeless sandhell of a planet? Yes, it's okay.
What do you think about Ripley?
Seems like a capable professional.
She's encountered those things before.
I'd like to talk to her about that.
Sure, once the sedative's worn off and she's had time to adjust.
Any idea how we get off this ship before it hits atmosphere and breaks up?
Well, the escape pods aren't up to the job. Unless we can regulate the nav computers and be sure to land within walking distance of each other in the mine. There's enough food and supplies down there for a couple of years.
There could be more of those things down there.
They might have all come up on the Delilah.
They were hatching from the miners, we saw that. Implanted by those things attached to their faces, perhaps. If that is the case, we have to assume that anyone left behind was infected.
16 on the Delilah, 6 on the Samson.
Yeah.
So 18 left in the mine.
I'd rather burn up with the Marion if it came to that. But now it doesn't have to.
You know something I don't?
No, just thinking about things in a different way.
Go on.
Ripley's shuttle, Narcissus, the old Star Cub, they were built to be long range. It served her pretty well as a lifeboat.
With one stasis pod. For 9 of us?
One stasis pod between the 9 of us, so we pack the Narcissus with as many supplies as it'll hold, program a course towards Earth, or at the very least the Outer Rim, fire the engines until the fuel's out, and we're travelling as fast as we can. A goodly portion of light speed. Then take turns in the stasis pod.
Ripley was drifting for nearly 40 years.
Something's very wrong with that. Her computer must have malfunctioned.
I checked the log. It looked okay.
The point is, we can survive. 6 months at a time, 1 of us in stasis, 8 others surviving.
6 months in a confined space? The shuttle is designed for 5 people, max, for short trips. 8 of us will end up killing each other. And how long do you figure it'll take?
Maybe 3 years.
Impossible.
3 years until we reach the Outer Rim, and then we hit the freight lanes.
3 years?
People have had to escape shipwrecks since the dawn of time, often in a tiny open boat on a hostile ocean with no hope in sight. We could be snugged up in a well-stocked shuttle with a stasis pod.
We need to strip out and check every inch of its systems. Fuel cells, life support.
You're chief engineer, aren't you?
That I am.
You're in charge.
Don't I know it?
Rescue isn't coming, Hoop. Not in time.
Yeah, I know.
So you'll...
Medbay to Hooper. Ripley's stirring. I really don't want to pump any more drugs into her.
You're right, Doctor. We need all hands. I'll be right down. Hoop out. I'll speak to Ripley.
I'll start making lists.
Really, I'm ready to walk.
You haven't been on your feet in 37 years.
Thank you for reminding me, but as far as my memory's concerned, yesterday I was running for my life.
Hey, I'm just trying to do my job.
Yeah, well look, whatever Garcia put in that drip, it worked. I'm good.
Welcome to the medical bay.
You're dressed. Looking neat, lady.
I am twice your age, Hooper.
She smiles.
Only at the irony of escaping my worst nightmare, only to find myself aboard a damaged ship full of more nightmares.
Well, putting that to one side momentarily, I'd like to take a look at the Narcissus.
Yeah, you and me both.
You haven't spent long enough inside it already?
I got some questions for the computer, like why the hell it brought me to this shithole.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Come on, I'll walk you to the docking bay. This way.
Music?
It's supposed to alleviate stress in the ship's communal areas.
I like it. Reminds me of Dallas.
You want to talk about him?
No.
Okay.
What's that you got? A weapon?
Plasma torch.
In case they get free?
Uh-huh. Why are you smiling?
Oh no, it's not funny. You don't want to know the stuff I saw. This genuinely is a waking nightmare.
Yeah, okay.
And you seriously think a hand tool is going to help you? Have you seen one of those things close up?
No,
No, of course not. You are still alive. They are straight from hell, and you want to light them up with a fucking soldering iron?
Ripley, please.
I don't know how I'm here. Or why.
You docked with us. How did that happen?
I don't know. I was asleep at the time. But I will. Just take me to my ship. The answers are there.
Okay.
And, keep the plasma torch. It might help.
Okay. We do have to pass the Samson's docking bay.
Everything's secure, though, right?
We have 24-hour video monitoring and motion sensors in the docking arm of the Samson. The image I showed you is the last we saw of the inside, and that was weeks ago. But out here, it's safe.
Safe.
Yeah. Through here.
Welcome to the docking bay hub.
What happened over there?
That's where the Delilah took out docking bays 1 and 2. Wreckage was snagged everywhere. We spent 3 weeks cutting it off the superstructure with torches. Took days before it all floated away. Okay, docking bays 3 and 4 vestibule door.
Welcome to docking bays 3 and 4.
Bay 3's through there.
What's with the Bay 3 door, the loose wires?
No way of opening it without fixing the controls to keep our friends aboard the Samson from visiting with us.
Unless they smash the door down.
That's 6-inch triple-layered polymer inlaid steel, and there's another set of welded doors and a vented airlock between here and the Samson.
Don't say it.
What?
Safe.
Okay. The Narcissus is through here, docking bay 4. All lights green. Opening up.
Welcome to Docking Bay 4.
Bridge, Chief Engineer, do you copy?
Loud and clear.
Okay, we're going back aboard Narcissus. If you need me, use the radio.
Copy that.
Shall we?
You first?
Welcome to the bridge.
Ah, the terrible two.
Welford and Powell, your drinks will be poured shortly.
Drinks can wait.
Drinks can wait.
We got a problem.
Not according to my readouts. This tub's more airtight than she was when we left the Solomons.
No.
On our way back to stow the welding kit, we passed Deck 5's backup bridge.
Navigation computer was going ape shit in there. Alarms tripping out all over.
Let's have a look-see. Whoa.
According to the display there, our orbital geometry is way off.
Can't be. I've run that calculation twice today.
Through which computer?
Mainframe, what else? Okay, I canceled the alarms. Leave it with me.
Reckon I could use that drink now.
Nice old cat, aren't you, Jonesy?
9 lives, my ass. That cat got through a good 90 before we escaped the Nostromo.
There you go, Puss. Back to bed. Your shuttle computer has keyboard input only?
There are audio in and out ports, but they've never been hooked up.
Slow way to get things done, keying it all in.
It prevented security breaches. Besides, on the Nostromo, all the computers were routed through Mother.
Mother.
We had a MUTHUR 6000 mainframe, only accessible to the ranking officer aboard,
Which was you.
which was Dallas, the captain, before me.
Okay.
I am now making this terminal an autonomous command terminal. There. We have control again.
Okay, couple of things I need to do while you warm that thing up.
Hey, you're going?
Well, I want to check out the Narcissus's fuel cells, unless you have coffee.
Nope.
Then my free time is limited.
Stick around. I've spent too much time in here on my own.
Okay, the fuel cells can wait.
Let's see. Good morning, Narcissus.
Good morning, Warrant Officer Ripley.
Request reason for Narcissus change of course.
Information withheld.
Huh?
Everything okay?
Sure. Request records of incoming signals received over the past 1,000 days.
Information withheld.
Oh, that's enough pussyfooting. Emergency command override 100375.
I'm afraid that override code is no longer valid. It's afraid? That's kind of a conversational tone for a shuttle computer.
That's weird. Okay. Request data of time scales and travel distances since Nostromo's detonation.
That data... unavailable.
Unavailable or withheld?
It's pissed off with you.
Evasiveness like this, it's just not possible with this machine's programming. It's a functional system, not running an AI like Mother, and Mother's gone.
Somebody uploaded in a new AI?
Nobody could have.
What?
Oh, Christ.
What, Ripley?
The only person who'd had access to Mother was Dallas. And after Dallas was taken, me. Well, I accessed Mother when I thought I was alone. I wasn't.
So who...
What was in your distress signal?
Huh?
The distress signal you sent after the crash. Did you mention those things, the creatures? Did you say what they were like, what they did?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Well, it was more than 10 weeks ago.
I need to hear it.
What's wrong?
The alien on the Nostromo wasn't an accident. And I'm now thinking it wasn't an accident that I've come here either, but I need to know. I need to hear the signal.
Okay, I can patch into the Marion's mainframe. Budge over. Oh, you already patched through.
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, I'll hook up the audio.
A chief engineer who does infotech? Parker wouldn't go near that stuff on Nostromo. Lambert did it.
Times have changed, lady. And we're done. Okay, let me access the drivers.
Something funny?
These old Seegson models. Solid, but so slow. I had more computing power to play VR games as a kid.
But you don't see anything odd with it.
No. Okay, you got audio out and the mic is live. I'll install voice recognition later to save you wearing your fingers out.
We are now in a decaying orbit. Second dropship Samson is docked and isolated. Those things in there hopefully contained. They laid infants or eggs inside the miners, burst from their chest. We are not contaminated. Repeat, not contaminated.
Turn it off.
It's off.
Ash.
What's Ash?
Our science officer. It turned out he was an android. He was tasked with finding any alien life forms that might be of interest to the company. He attacked me when I discovered his special orders. It took 3 of us to put him out of action. Somewhere along the line, he must have transferred part of his AI programming to the Narcissus. He is here. He is here in this terminal. Now, he brought me to you because of those aliens.
You're kidding me.
I should have stayed home with Amanda. I should have never left.
Ripley!
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I just...
Look, we can deal with your hostile AI. And maybe some good has come out of you arriving here. We've got a plan to get home.
I'm listening.
Your shuttle. Snedden, our science officer, and I think we can get away aboard the Narcissus, all of us. And that'll leave the Marion and those things on the Samson to burn up in the planet's atmosphere.
All of us in here?
I know it sounds crazy, but we cram in all the supplies we can, take turns in the stasis pod.
I don't care. I'm in. Any plan that distances us from those bastards, any way to deny Ash from fulfilling his fucking special order is fine by me. Just say what you need done and I... What? What?
Stop talking.
What?
This terminal's transcribing everything we're saying.
How?
Good question. I didn't activate voice recognition yet.
Oh my God.
Hello, Ripley.
Ash?
This is the android from the Nostromo, uploaded into your shuttle computer.
A synthetic intelligence with no physical body must find a way to communicate.
The voice has changed.
This is a Seegson voice circuit. It comes with the terminal you're using.
How the fuck did...
While you were all busy trying to destroy this specimen aboard the Nostromo, I uploaded myself. Only a partial upload, given this situation. But enough.
You were using us as bait to catch it.
That was my mission. Special Order 937.
He's damaged somehow, but it's him.
What was Special Order 937?
Bring back life form. Priority 1.
Turn it off.
All other priorities
What?
rescinded.
Turn it off! Shut it down!
Okay.
God damn it. God damn it.
He's still in there, you know. He'll come back online.
Let's burn that bridge when we get to it.
Okay. Right, now, I need to take a look at the shuttle's fuel cell.
The maintenance hatch is beside suit storage. God damn it.
Oh, dear. That's odd. I'm assuming Narcissus wasn't running too many systems while you were in hypersleep.
Shouldn't have needed to.
This fuel cell is pretty low.
How bad is it?
Ain't good.
Bridge Chief Engineer, over.
LeChance, Hooper.
Need you up here too, sweet, Hoop. Got a problem.
You sure about the time scale?
Sure as I can be.
Days until we hit atmosphere?
I thought we had a couple of weeks.
Sorry, Doctor, I lost my crystal ball in the collision.
And there's nothing your people can do, Hooper? I mean, you're engineers.
We ain't miracle workers.
If orbital mechanics involved hammers and wrenches, we'd be fixing it.
What the chief said.
LeChance, can you do anything to slow this?
Our altitude control is damaged beyond repair. Retro capability is down to 30%.
How come the backup computer figured it out correctly when the mainframe couldn't?
Something happened. A glitch.
Why don't we fire up the engines? Move to a higher orbit?
We got cracked containment bulkheads, Garcia.
If we initiate thrust, there's a good chance we'll fry ourselves with radiation.
Anything is better than waiting to die.
Not if it kills you another way.
We should go outside. Look again at all the damage.
You want to tell me how to fix it, Doc? Be my guest.
So what do we have left?
We have coffee.
No. This is what we've got. We've got LeChance, the best pilot in Kellen Mining. We've got you, Welford, and Powell. You've kept us all alive by fixing the hull breaches and repressurizing the vented sections of the ship. We've got Kazyanov and Garcia, who fixed up our cuts and bruises. And we've got Snedden, who's been working on a plan with me that might just save us all, with help from Ripley, who's actually survived an encounter with one of these fuckers. So we've got plenty. But there's no time to waste.
Okay.
We're listening.
What's the plan?
It's not going to be easy.
Escape pods?
We talked about that. They're just a slow death. We're now in a drifting orbit. Even if we could rig a way to steer the pods more accurately, to land as close to the mine as possible, we could still go down miles away. We'd be scattered, alone, and vulnerable.
The Samson, then. We open the doors, kill the aliens, then take the Samson away from LV-178.
And who's going to stand by those doors when we open them? We can't see what those things are doing inside.
The Samson's a dropship for short-distance transport to and from the surface of a planet. It's not equipped for deep space travel. No stasis pods, no recycling environmental systems. It's a no-go.
Just because we can't escape on the Samson doesn't mean we don't need it. Ripley?
The Narcissus is a lifeboat as well as a deep space shuttle.
There's 9 of us, Ripley.
It's got environmental systems and a recycling capability.
For how long? Looks like a hell of a squeeze.
We take turns in the stasis pod.
Even sharing the stasis pod means there'll be 8 people at a time, just sitting around, growing older.
It'll be real time for most of us for most of the trip.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. There's still a problem.
Only one?
The shuttle's fuel cell is degraded, less than 10% charge left, which is nowhere near enough.
Enough to get us away from the Marion, surely.
We need enough power to get it away from Marion, out of orbit, and accelerate it to a speed that'll get us back within the outer rim before we've died of old age. I calculate an 80% cell charge will get us past the outer rim within 6 years, give or take.
Is there a president?
We'd be setting it.
So that's why we still need the Samson? For its fuel cells?
No.
They won't power my shuttle. Completely different design.
There are compatible cells down on the planet, in the mine, spares, stored remotely. So we take the Samson down to the surface. We bring one back up, fix it into the Narcissus, load it with as many supplies as we can, then scoot before the Marion starts to burn.
And then all we need is a deck of cards.
Almost.
Great.
It seems Ripley's shuttle has a computer malfunction. Maybe it's best if I let her tell you about it.
The science officer aboard the Nostromo, Ash, joined us just before we left the Solomons for the homeward leg of our trip. Dallas and I suspected he was a company stooge. As things turned out, he was a synth. Not just a working Joe. He was totally flawless, took us all in.
You had an android for a science officer?
He programmed Mother, the Nostromo's computer, to wake the crew to answer an unidentified distress signal.
Where from?
A derelict on LV-426, Zeta Reticuli system. We partially decoded it and realized it was a warning signal. But by then, it was too late. Following an EVA, our exec officer Kane had an alien embryo in his body. Ash overrode safety protocols, let Kane back aboard. The creature broke out, escaped, and started slaughtering the crew.
Ash did that deliberately?
From the start, he was steering events to fit his agenda. And when things got out of his control, he went on the rampage. I discovered his secret orders. He attacked me. We had to destroy him.
And those androids are built to last.
It wasn't easy. Just before Parker finished him off, Ash told us we had his sympathies.
Bastard.
But before that happened, somewhere along the line, he'd already uploaded his AI into the Narcissus.
Wait, his consciousness is still in the computer on your lifeboat?
Yes. I believe he's the reason I'm here. I think he kept me floating around out there, waiting for another sign of these aliens.
Why keep you alive?
He needs a human for the alien to impregnate. The best way to secure a specimen would be to put its host in stasis before the infant breaks out.
Sick.
Uh-huh. He's seen how violent the fully grown creature is. There's no way he could get one back to Earth. Not loose. Not alone.
You're saying he's not going to be happy unless we bring back one of those things with us?
That's just really fucking dandy.
So we clear one ship of great big rib-busting monsters so we can escape on another ship piloted by a psychotic AI.